I want everyone to stop thinking of this, you know, social construct, monarchy kind, you know, demigod. Well, there's only one God and these other gods, and, you know, God is king and he sits on a throne, and these other, you know, gods, they're not there, or, you know, I don't believe in them because there are demigods, and there are realms of demigods, and we have even been demigods ourselves before. And just to hop back over to reincarnated as a human being, it's so important to know that we have possibly reincarnated in a human form so many times that we probably lived this exact lifetime before, exact one. That is why a lot of times we have deja vu. We don't know how to explain it. The chances are that you've lived this life already multiple times, because time doesn't exist in the way that we think it exists. So hopping back up to the last, or before the last stage to reincarnate is a demigod, meaning a spiritual being that has evolved and ascended past the human form. And you can also get karma in those states too. And stop thinking of, you know, some kings and, you know, a Greek mythological type of way, you know, some kings indulging in all kinds of fruits and goddesses, you know, on these realms, and sit up on Mount Olympus and don't do nothing kind of demigods. Think of it as energy fields, living on realms that we cannot imagine or fathom right now, and they have their own doings, and they govern their own responsibilities, including a lot on this planet, in this realm. In the Slavic Vedas, it also says that you can reincarnate as a planet yourself, as a planet, as a solar system, as a galaxy, and as a universe. And have, you know, if you're a solar system, have your own planets. Be like your children. A galaxy, have your own solar systems. A universe, have your own galaxies. And so on and so forth. And the last one, very, very last, is when we finally reincarnate and reconnect with the source, with the creator, and the spark goes back to the heavenly fire. And my brothers and sisters, I promise you, I will take you through the creation process, how everything was from the beginning, because all the secrets are revealed in the Slavic Vedas. And you can't get these books in English, and this is why I am bringing them to you. And it doesn't just explain the creation process the way our Bible does, you know, missing so much out. And I'll go into the Bible and everything that has to do with it too, and that will be another video. But today we talked about karma. And there are also lastly, there are also 4 different ways to reincarnate in a human form. Very first, and I'm not gonna give you names because it's not that much of importance, but let's just call them by stages. First, second, third, and fourth. First stage is when a person comes directly from the animal kingdom, and once again, as I mentioned before, you see him do nothing but indulge. You know, a lot of homeless people, not all, but a lot, you know, all they want to do is they act not to put down anyone, because they are at their own karmic evolutionary stage, and we all have went through it, and we all are going to be going through our own stages. And this is why you cannot get mad at these people, because they're, you know, it's like getting mad at a first grader. They're still in first grade in this universal school, and karmic school that we are going through. So the first stage is, you know, when a person just comes from the animal kingdom and all they want to do is, for the lack of better words, is eat, sleep, and shit. And lust and indulge themselves in all the physical pleasures, man, without for once thinking about, you know, what the consequences are, or what they are, who they are. A lot of people that follow the Mandela effect phenomena will ask themselves, well, why, you know, I'm giving these facts to people, and, you know, I'm showing them facts, and it's like they don't listen to me. And I explained the Mandela effect in my other videos, and I'll do another video explaining it again because it's a very easy explanation. But back to this karma, you know, and a lot of us think, well, why are these people not seeing this Mandela effect? And don't get mad at them. They are not supposed to see it. They have not karmically evolved yet to see these things. Just like you yourself and me myself yet have not seen the things that we are going to see, either in this lifetime or the next. So that's the first stage, when you just come from the animal kingdom. In the next stage, a person can reincarnate, and the most important thing will be to them is to start a family, have children, have a good home, and govern their family in a correct way, and do everything for their family, just like all of us really should be doing. That's the second stage. Third stage is, you know, when you have done already the first two. Third, what you want to do is you want to be a warrior. You want to be a guardian to your family, to your people, to your race where you were born, nation. And watch other videos. I'm going to explain nations and ideology and everything like that. But again, this is karma. Or, you know, these people in the third stage go into, you know, politics and stuff like that. And believe me, we do not have the correct politicians these days. Because how can a person, you know, be an ambassador or be an advisor to anyone if they don't know what they are and who they are? So that is the third stage. You know, we want to govern, we want to protect. And the fourth stage is already when we say, well, I already, you know, done the first, I done the second, I done the third. Fourth is I'm going to, you know, take care of my spiritual being. And these people focus solely on progressing spiritually in this lifetime, and making up and breaking all the karmic ties with other people and cleaning their closet, so to speak. And again, it doesn't mean that you're not going to have a family. It doesn't mean that, because all of us, we have a responsibility to our nation, to our race. You know, we come into this life and we're given this body to a certain race, to a certain people. We got to give back somehow. You know, we can't just take. And we have a responsibility to God, to the Creator, and to other deities as well, because they give us certain things. You know, rain just doesn't come itself, and sunshine just doesn't come out of nowhere, and so on and so forth. So we have responsibility. So again, just because you can be in the last stage doesn't mean you're not going to do the three previous things. It doesn't mean you're not, you know, going to have a family and things like that. But if you are in the very first stage and have just reincarnated from the animal kingdom, most likely you're not going to ask yourself any of the most important questions. And it's not your fault, really. But now we have, you know, we're coming to the end of Kali Yuga, especially this past September 23rd. And, you know, we've been waking up since 2012. So we have this great chance. You know, it's one of the most interesting, one of the most amazing times in our cosmos that we will be able to witness, we have this amazing chance of making a giant leap in our spiritual progress. And that is what I wish you, my brothers and sisters, to find love, to find understanding. Again, to ask yourself the three most important questions. Who am I? And that includes, what am I? What am I doing here? And what's going to happen after death? Be kinder. Be, if you're going to see this video, go to your loved one, kiss him, hug him, call him, tell him you love him. Remember, everything is alive. And remember the most important thing, if you know that everything is going to come back to you, every bad thought, every bad action has an equal reaction, universal law of cause and effect, the unescapable universal law of cause and effect. Why would you want to do bad to yourself? Why? Why would you want to create suffering for yourself when you can get rid of that and live a better life? In the next video, I'm going to talk about material riches and how we get them. Obviously throughout our karma too, but how those laws work. So my brothers and sisters, this was proof to me that you're alive. I wish this video finds you in amazing health, in amazing loving state. I love all of you. Tune in again. Prove to me that you're alive.